You've been nominated to the Court of Federal Claims, is that right?
Yes, Senator.
How many motions have you argued in the Court of Federal Claims?
I have argued hundreds of motions involving complex civil claims in numerous courts. The Court of Federal Claims is not one of those courts.
Okay, so the answer is 0?
That is correct, Senator.
Okay. How many cases have you tried in the Court of Federal Claims?
I have tried a civil case in the District Court for the District of Columbia. Most of my cases have been resolved on motions. None of those cases have been in the Court of Federal Claims, although they involve similarly complex matters under civil laws.
So the answer is 0?
That is correct, Senator.
Tell me the grounds for granting a new trial in the Court of Federal Claims.
All of the trials in the Court of Federal Claims are bench trials. Should I be confirmed as a judge on the Court of Federal Claims, I would, of course, consult the rules of court of the Court of Federal Claims.
So what are the grounds for granting a new trial?
My understanding is that a new trial, you would have to comply with the applicable rules.
I know that, but what are they? What are the grounds? Just tell me, what are the grounds for granting a new trial in the Court of Federal Claims?
Senator, that is not an issue I have had occasion to consider before, despite my extensive civil experience and my familiarity, not only with the federal rules of civil procedure, but I've also reviewed the rules of the Court of Federal Claims. But if I were presented...
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead. Were you through?
I did not mean to speak over you.
That's okay. You go ahead, and I want you to finish your answer.
So I would, if I were presented with that question, should I be confirmed, I would, again, consult the rules and follow the precedent. Okay. Trials are so infrequent in the civil context, and although I have presided over bench trials and a jury trial, I have not been presented with a motion to have a new trial.
Okay.
So I've not...
Okay. What's a contract of adhesion?
Senator, I'm familiar with contract law. The concept of contracts of adhesion.
Yeah, you're going to say a lot of that. That's what Court of Federal Claims does. What's a contract of adhesion?
Senator, the Court of Federal Claims does handle a lot of procurement cases. Those typically turn on interpretations.
Yes, ma'am, but I'm going to run out of time. What's a contract of adhesion? If you don't know, just tell me.
Senator, despite my extensive civil experience, including dozens of cases that include contract cases, I have not dealt with the question of what a contract of adhesion is, but should it be presented to me,
sure.
I would...
You'll look it up. Okay. Do you remember a case, Judge, called United States v. Allen?
Yes, Senator.
You were reversed in that case, weren't you?
District judge disagreed.
Yes, ma'am. But you were reversed.
My pretrial detention ruling, I believe, was.
Do you remember a case called United States v. Johnson?
I have had multiple United States v. Johnsons. Are you referring to the pretrial detention matter?
In this case, you had a defendant who was charged, his daughter. You remember it now?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. And you were reversed in that case, weren't you?
Meant that he had been unable to receive.
You wanted to let him go out for 21 days. Is that correct?
I don't think that's an accurate characterization.
Well, that's what the district court judge said.
The district
court said, no way am I letting this guy out on the street for 21 days.
For my temporary release decision no longer existed.
That's not the way I read it, Judge. Do you remember a case called United States v. Voucher and United States v. Patel? You were reversed in those cases, too, from trying to let somebody go, weren't you?
In those two cases, my flight risk assessment under the Bail Reform Act, I believe, was reversed by the district judge.
Okay.
34th and 35th Black women judges in this administration.
Women of color, Black women that he's been able to put forward to get confirmed for some of these judicial appointments.
What does this administration believe that this will do to reshape the court system in this nation with these appointments?
I think it's important that we have this type of representation. And you hear us say this many times, representation matters.
Down on the Black women at a time when people are walking away from DEI. Yeah. And this is historic.
It is historic. We agree with you, April. It is historic and important. It is historic and important. And let's not forget, this is a commitment that the president said that he would move forward with, right? Making sure we have representation, making sure we have diversity.